Schoolboy Q, haven't heard of him in a minute, man. He hasn't done any interviews that I've been aware of in a long time, but he recently has done an interview, and he's given props to Kendrick Lamar for forever changing his life, and he even damn near cries talking about it. So let's go over the article. Schoolboy Q has given props to Kendrick Lamar for being a positive force in his life, even when his rap career looked bleak. During an appearance on Back on Fig podcast, the TD rapper held back his emotions while speaking about K-Dot's influence on him. Let me play the clip, actually.
What advice has Doc gave you, and what advice have you gave Doc musically?
Doc taught me.
Good question, boy.
Yeah, give me my 42.
Doc taught me so much, bro. Doc gave me so much confidence.
Yeah.
Doc made me a rapper.
Damn.
Doc, this shit make me want to cry right now. Doc
Drop the tears, nigga. Let it out, love. One shot OG Suicide.
I won't. Charlamagne got me to cry never again.
Yeah. That's
Doc
crazy.
saved my life.
Yeah.
I owe a lot to Doc. This dude saw me. I told you when they pulled me in, even Ali pulled me to the side first, right?
Yeah.
He like, bro, we gotta talk, man. You slipping. You ain't on your game. You slipping. You taking these trips, you doing this shit, you doing that.
Yeah.
And you're not. Motherfuckers is about music right around here. All that gangster shit ain't really tight.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you think you tight because you like taking some trip or some shit? Like, you know what I mean? Coming back with some money that ain't really making nobody no money. You ain't getting no money, really. You got a little money, you buried in somebody, but it ain't really no money. He would tell me to come to the studio all the time. We in the studio. You got your verse ready? You got your verse ready? That's his whole thing. You got your verse ready? You got your verse ready? And I'm like, yeah, I got my verse ready. And I'm cracking on my way to that motherfucker. Just some bullshit, just cracking. And, even with Dre, Doc would call anytime. Dre was initially interested in Kendrick, and then every time you went to Dre shit, I'm going to Dre shit. I'm going to Dre shit. Pull up, pull up. I was like his little sidekick, right?
Yeah.
I would pull up. Boom. We in Dre shit. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, Dre hearing my shit. He like, oh shit, you crazy. You know what I mean? And then I get my deal because of Dre, really. I get signed to Interscope because Dre was fucking with me. You get what I'm saying? And Manny was in there and all the shit. But what I'm saying is, like, he just kept pulling me, 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 kept pulling me. And I just kept cracking to the point where he fired me from being this hype man, 2011. Kind of a ghosting firing, too. It was like a...
Can't fuck with me
Who
no
delivered
more, my
the
boy.
news to you?
Nobody.
So how you know you was fired?
Can't go on tour.
Because he was prepping his tour and I wasn't like involved in it.
Huh, okay.
And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's over. And then I hit him one day. I'm like, so what's up with the hype man shit, right? he laughed at me and like, bruh, you cracking. Like, I dropped setbacks, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like low-key cracking. I'm making a little dollars here and there. And he's like, bruh, like, you cracking, it's over with. Like, like
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that you even asking me this, like, do you even get it? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was one of those. And
Did you get it though?
nah, I didn't. I was hurt. And I made Hands on the Wheel like 2 months later. I was on the radio.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So you get what I'm saying? Like literally 2 months later, I was on the radio.
So he pushed you
Away.
to be that nigga.
Yeah.
You that nigga, bro.
He pulled me so long, so he couldn't pull no more, and he let go, and that was it. And
It's on you.
And then within 2 months, God blessed me with, he blessed me at birth with what I have, but he blessed me to realize it. And I never left the studio since.
Yeah. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, man. That is a great friend, somebody who saw someone going down the wrong path, getting involved in gang activity, decided, hey, this guy has talent. Let's try to get him to be more excited about the music. And if you guys are going to be hanging around, you need to be working on music. Constantly brought him along. Eventually, Dr. Dre started falling in love with Kendrick Lamar, brought him around Dr. Dre. That's what got him the Interscope deal as well. So that changed his life forever, man. That's what I mean. Is some people will recognize your talent and help you in ways that you don't recognize at that moment. He probably, like I said, at the moment when Kendrick fired him as his hype man, he was pissed. He was furious at that moment. But then later on realized, oh, shit, he saw me doing my own thing and not just being a hype man. That's what's up. Because at that moment, he probably didn't realize at all. He's like, what the fuck? And then eventually came out with Hands on the Wheel, which obviously propelled his career. And that's still a classic to this day. But that's, it's rare to have friends like that, man. That's friendship that's built on forever after that. And there's no sense of entitlement, because there are some people that if you make it, they feel like, oh, you should have brought me with regardless. I don't care what I had to do or what you wanted me to do. You got to bring me with because I've been your friend forever and I have to come with you. That's just the sense of entitlement some people have. So it's cool to see that Schoolboy Q didn't have that, appreciated what Kendrick put him through. And, it led to obviously great music, man, from both artists. I'm excited for the new Schoolboy Q album. He's talked about it on this podcast and talked about it quite a bit fairly recently. So, I really enjoyed Schoolboy Q's music. But then I think in between, what was the album? Let me see what the albums are because I forget some of the titles on these albums, man. Yeah, it was Oxymoron. It wasn't his debut. I'm tripping. Setbacks was the debut album, but it was like independent. Setbacks was from Top Dog Entertainment. What I mean by debut album is on like a major record label deal. So, he had Habits and Contradictions, of course, but then like the major album was Oxymoron, which was on TD and Interscope. So this was like the debut album when it comes to mainstream. And I really enjoy this album, man. I really, I'm actually about to listen to this album in the car after I finish this podcast. I love Man of the Year, Hell of a Night, Studio, Collard Greens. Lots of records on this album, man. Hoover Street, Blind Threats. I Gotta Break the Bank. I remember that. That shit's fire, too. That yay. I like that, too. That yay. So he's got records on here that was dope. And then Blank Face LP. This is the one that I really didn't honestly enjoy that much. It was art. It was pretty good. I don't think it was a bad album, but, that part was cool. I got to re-listen to this. I don't remember this album too much. And then Crash Talk was pretty cool, too. It was another one of those albums that kind of, So the last time he dropped an album was 2019. That's a fat minute, man. That is a long time. But, yeah, man, that's shout out to Schoolboy Q for sharing that story, always showing love, to Kendrick Lamar. And, shout out to Kendrick for believing in his people, man, and not forcing them down and holding them as hype men, because there are a lot of people that would do that would see, oh shit, he's got talent, he might overshine me, so fuck that, I'm gonna keep him as a hype man and not motivate him to do music. That could have easily been the route that Kendrick could have gone, and potentially we could have never had a Schoolboy Q, because it was them, Top Dog and everybody over there motivating him to go in the studio and saying, go, let's come on, you gotta be making music, you got your verse, let's go, this is what we're doing, it's what we're recording. So that really, that changes things for him, and honestly, a lot of people, if you actually believe in them. Some people, though, you could throw everything at you. You can give them every opportunity, and it just won't work. And I've done that to people where I've given them opportunities of basically a lifetime. Because if you switch the roles, like you got to look at. I'm not trying to look at myself as this huge figure, this person that is, is oh my God, like to be working with me is the greatest thing ever, and I'm God sent. No, I'm not talking like that. I'm just saying, in terms of like everything that I've built, if somebody at this level, and I'm not at the biggest level ever, but I got a YouTube channel. It's over 600,000 subscribers. That's not something that's easy to attain. And then, you got the Instagram, all that other stuff. But at a certain level, if somebody reaches out to you at that level and brings you with and says, hey, I'm going to, I can help you on this. I can help you on this. Because I know YouTube, like, the back of my hand. I've been on YouTube forever. If I can bring somebody in like that and they don't appreciate it, I'm like, damn, bro, like, that's hard for people to get access to, for somebody to take out time of, their day, their life to try and help you. And I've done that to people, and they never really taken that opportunity or noticed that opportunity or really appreciated it like that. Some people appreciate it, but then they never really fully maximize the opportunity. And it's dope to see that some people do. So, shout out to Schoolboy Q, man. I'm excited for that album.